Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Stardew Valley. Alright, today the spirits are in good humor, extra luck, that's nice. And Clint is here. Good morning. I notice you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. Actually, Clint, that's a lie. All the ore that I have found thus far has been inside fishing treasure chests, but that's fine. If you want to get the most of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. I want you to have them. Great! Learned how to craft a furnace. Furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. They can be used for various things. Come upgrade your tools with me once you've smelted some copper bars. Great. And Marty's here. Hello. You see this cat? I do. Meow. It's a stray. It likes this place. Don't you think your farm could use a cat? Yes. Choose a name. I'm gonna name the cat Orange because it's an orange cat. And that won't be confusing at all once I get oranges. Well, little orange, you be a good goodie now, okay? Alright. We now have a cat that we can pet, because it's a good modern game where you can always pet the kitties and the doggies. Dear Farmer Dr. Brian. Alright. This must be from Robin. I'd like to apologize for joking about Grandpa's old cottage. It's a nice little house. But you might need more space someday. If you bring me some raw materials and pay a fee, I can expand your house. The first expansion would include a kitchen. You could cook recipes you've learned. I hope you're starting to feel at home in Stardew Valley, says Robin. Alright, we already visited her to see about the upgrades a little bit. Joja, I haven't gone into the Joja Mart yet. To our valued Joja Mart customers, our team members have removed the landslide caused by our drilling operation near the mountain lake. Blah, 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 blah. It was all entirely legal. We apologize for the inconvenience. We value your continued support and patronage. And so I don't think I actually walked up there to witness the landslide, but it was blocking off a portion of the northeast that we'll probably go visit today, I imagine. But I've harvested a parsnip. My parsnips have grown in. And I've got some new ideas to sleep on, which suggests that I have gotten a farming level. Great. I also have 15 more parsnip seeds I want to plant, as well as a watering can to water them with, as well as watering all the other things. So let's do that. But we're finally getting some farming experience. And so let me take a moment to do all the watering, which hopefully won't tire me out that much. And I ran out of water just before finishing, fortunately, and get some more right here. Okay, crops have been watered. Huzzah. We've harvested some parsnips. Huzzah. And doing so means we get a reward, which is some extra money, which is good because I think I'm going to need it. Forging ahead, craft a furnace. Do I have the materials to craft a furnace? It takes 20 copper ore. I do not have that much, nor do I have 25 stone, I don't think yet. So I'll have to wait on that. And raising animals. Build a coop eventually. And advancement. Reach farming level 1 and craft a scarecrow. I did reach farming level 1. Can I craft the scarecrow already? So if I take a look at my farming, it just went up to level 1 while I was harvesting those parsnips. And does that mean I can already craft the scarecrow? I think I have to wait until tonight. When I go to sleep at night is when you actually learn the new recipes from leveling up. So we'll have to wait on that. I want to go buy an upgraded fishing pole today, but I actually have a lot of energy, and so I probably also want to chop some more trees while we're at it. And so let's try to take out a few more of these trees that are just kind of cluttering up the farm and kind of obscuring my vision every time I walk down through here. I'm going to leave the stumps for now. We can always come back and get those later. then I can see, for example, that there is a rock over here, and some rocks here, and some weeds here that were otherwise hard to see through. And sure, a little bit of wood right there as well. So let's dump some of this stuff back off. There are the acorns from the oak trees. And yeah, I think let's head back down to the beach to Willie's next. And we'll get that upgraded fishing rod. And it is the case that I think I'm at fishing level 4 right now. Is that true? Yeah. And if I get to 5, as I mentioned, I'll be able to sell fish for more money. So I think we will do a little bit more fishing today to try to get that 5th level with our upgraded fishing rod. But then after that, we'll be branching out a whole lot into other portions of the game. It's a good luck day, so I'm definitely going to check the trash in case we get anything good. But Willie's down here, and if I'm remembering correctly, the upgraded fishing rod cost 1,800, and so we have just enough. I got an anchor. It's weighing down my inventory slots. I'll grab this command as well. So yeah, inventory is still hard to deal with for the moment. But let's see. I can sell the clams, and I'm going to be doing that with them anyway, so let's go ahead and sell them. And yes, fiberglass rod. Used in the water to catch fish, 1,800. I will take one, please. Alright. And so, I can attach bait to this, just by clicking like that. And so this fishing pole should be a whole lot faster. I don't think there's a way to sell or discard. Like, I can't even, like, trash. Oh, I can trash the old pole. Was that always the case? I'm not sure. Great. And so, just test it out. Let's see how quickly we actually get a bite. But I do have some other things that I want to do on my agenda today. And I can see my fishing bar is growing larger too. As a result of the fishing levels, and perhaps as a result of the fishing pole. Let's catch some treasure as well. I like treasures. Who knows what they may contain? And I mentioned the anchor weighing down my inventory. It is an artifact that we can donate to the museum. Hey, more bait. Very nice. Gunther can tell you more about this if you donate it to the museum, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's head in his direction. Next. And we've already been introduced to Vincent. Oh no, Mom's making lentil soup tonight. Kid, you got it good. Lentil soup is delicious. I love lentil soup. Donate to museum. Alright, still no rewards for donations, but we're getting there. Once the kid goes inside, I will try to pillage the trash cans, as I do. Same thing over here and over here. We're also keeping our eye out for any foraging. But yeah, that kind of used up all my money, so definitely want to spend probably one more day doing some fishing. But let's also check at Pierre's and see if there's not a help wanted thing on offer. And just got some trash out of the trash can, not all that exciting. And I just want to triple check that I don't have to try to go into the community center. I guess there's just like a cutscene at some point. I just used my fishing pole. That was not very useful. Where we get introduced to the community center, but maybe that happens tomorrow. But I mentioned that up in the northeast where Jojo Mart was talking about the landslide having been cleared out is where we can go witness a new thing that's become open to us. And because inventory is going to continue to be tight, I'm going to drop off a few things in the chest over here before we go up there. That's good for now. I'll keep the field snack in case I need a little bit of extra energy. In fact, do I just want to eat it right now? I guess not just yet. Here is a wild horseradish. And Linus would actually really appreciate this as a gift. That's a good find. I'm happy when I eat wild food. Thank you. Please don't destroy my tent. He's worried about what others might do to his lifestyle. I see a leek up here, and I want it. I love foraging, even if it might be a little bit of a waste of time at this point in the game. But up here is where the landslide had been, and so it was blocking entrance to the mines. Here's Marlin. I was just peering down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. Still, there's probably good ore down there. Dark place, undisturbed for so long. I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Take this, you might need it. We got a rusty sword. Name's Marlin, by the way. I run the Adventurer Guild right outside. Keep my eye on you. Prove yourself, and I might think about making you a member. Alright, and so I think we get a new journal entry. Explore the mine, reach level 5 in the mines. And so I would like to do that. But I think I'm still going to focus on fishing. The Adventurers Guild, if I had just gone a little bit farther to the right, I would have seen it over there. But I am going to continue to try to do a little bit more fishing today. See if we can get our fishing level to level 5. And then I'll be able to sell all my fish for a whole lot more money. And yeah, money is important throughout the game, but especially, as I mentioned in the early game, because it just kind of ratchets up your progress somewhat exponentially. Alright, this fish is trying to fight me, but I did manage to get the treasure chest, and now the fish has gotten a little bit more passive. Largemouth bass, nice. And a geode, which we could bring to Clint. You found a geode. Local blacksmith can break it open for you. Who knows what might be hidden inside? I actually had already found an Omni geode and broken one open. I've gotten some good luck that's caused me to get a few things kind of out of order in terms of the game's own tutorials. Although I don't know if you can tell that one text box a tutorial, but you get the gist. Fortunately, I'm pretty familiar with the game at this point, so I know all about such things. And yeah, you can definitely tell that with the bait, we're hooking fish faster than we used to. And so hopefully with my button pressing skills, I can also hook treasures and not let the fish get away. But by virtue of the fact that the time stops while you're fishing, it does mean now that potentially... Oh, wow! More bait, rice shoots that we could plant in the spring, and a dried starfish, which is an artifact. Very nice. Attach the bait back to the rod. It does mean now that I will be able to catch a lot of fish without much time passing on the Stardew Valley clock. So I'm going to spend some time doing this, as I do. Hey, a few fish later, I got another treasure chest. Skeletal tail is an artifact, more bait, and another lost book for the library. Fantastic. Some more iron ore inside a treasure chest. I'm getting pretty lucky with these. And one of the things I've been fishing up has been these river jellies, and so I think it's time to actually go ahead and use one of them. And so if I take a river jelly and eat it, then I'll have a bunch more energy. Plus 75 energy. Great. Which allows me to do some more fishing. Well, it took basically the rest of the day, but I did manage to get my fishing level up to level 5, which is just what I wanted. Because that means that now we will be able to sell fish for more money starting tomorrow. So I'm going to take my fish home. Let's bring the rice shoots home because I would like to plant those. And I guess I'm going to probably drink a Joja Cola right now. And I don't need the glasses on me right now. I'll leave an empty inventory spot in case I happen to see anything great on the way back home. But we do need to run in order to get back to bed before we pass out. So I will try to meet you back at home. I've made it home in one piece. And how many of these fish can I actually stack in here? This chest is already filled up, but I do have enough wood that I can craft another chest. So let's go ahead and do that. And I guess what I'd like to do actually maybe is just have a fish chest, and we'll end up selling a whole bunch of them. I'm not sure if you can sell them today or have to wait until tomorrow. Probably have to wait until tomorrow to sell them to get the perk. That's going to cause my fish to sell for more money. So I'm going to move all the fish into one chest. But then we'll be well set in terms of initial game money to really get started on all the rest of the things that we need to do. And right, the rice shoots. I do have a little bit of energy left, and so the rice shoots, I think, can be planted anywhere that's near water, and they kind of auto-water themselves. So I'll just go ahead and plant them there like that. And then in terms of my own inventory, I do like the sword in the number 1 slot. And the rest of this stuff, I guess, can just be put back in here. And we can kind of sort out the rest tomorrow. I will need to do some watering tomorrow in the morning, so I'll get the watering can back on me. But I think we've had a good day. We can pet our kitty cat. Hooray! And head to bed for the night. Level 1 farming for harvesting all those parsnips. Extra watering can proficiency and hoe proficiency. So I think that means those activities will use a little bit less energy. And a crafting recipe for a scarecrow, which is actually pretty important. So we'll take a look at that. Level 2 foraging. More axe proficiency and a new recipe for a charcoal kiln, which allows you to smelt wood into charcoal. And this is the important one. Level 5 fishing. Fish worth 25% more is definitely what I want to do, because we like making money in this game. Alright. Fortune teller for today. Spirits are perturbed. Luck is not on your side. Alright. Let's deal with the plants. Watering. So having watered all the plants, I'll put this away, and I suppose our agenda today can include 2 things. 1, I really would like to explore the mine some, and 2, there are 3 people left that I haven't been introduced to, or introduced myself to. Harvey, Leah, and the wizard, I believe. And the wizard I think I can't see until something else happens, but Harvey and Leah we could go after today. Are there any other things I need to do right here in town, just right now? I don't think so. So let's start heading into town, but we'll probably find some forageables along the way if I do a little bit of looking. For example, there's a lost book. That's nice. Anything worth picking up over here? Got a daffodil. I'll probably try to gift that to Caroline again. And I think Mayor Lewis's birthday might be tomorrow. We'll take a look at the calendar once again. But while I'm over here, there's a variety of plants that I'm just going to hoe apart over here to create more space for forageables to possibly arise. And even though it's not a great luck day, I'll probably open some trash cans. Willie is out. It's Saturday and he likes to go fishing on the river. But we'll talk to him, and I guess I'll wait patiently for a moment for him to walk away. I should mention, by the way, if you try to cut down trees in town, it doesn't let you. But you can shake the trees, and so sometimes things fall out of them when you shake them like that. But in any case, I want to go visit Harvey in a moment. And so we'll do that after we do our little run of some trash cans. And I forget what time Harvey's medical clinic opens. Let's also wait for Alex to walk out of frame far enough that he won't see us in the trash. Oh! And we got a help wanted. I'll pay 120G to any fisherman who catches 4 herring. I'll accept the quest, but I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do that, because I would like to explore the mines today. What time does Harvey's clinic open? It doesn't open until 9, so we'll swing back around in just a moment. I'm just going to take a quick peek up here, in case I see any forageables. Right now I don't, but I'll grab a little bit of extra fiber. Let's go say hello to a new person. Oh, Harvey's on the move. because it's Saturday. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. I perform regular checkups and medical procedures for all the residents of Pelican Town. It's rewarding work. Alright, we've met Harvey. Great. So I think then I'm ready to head up to the mines. Leah is on the opposite side of town, and so we'll try to catch her later, perhaps. And here's Sebastian. We can at least say hi. I'm busy thinking about something. What do you want? People are not too interested or friendly with us in the beginning, but eventually we'll get them all to warm up. My inventory is a little bit cluttered. If I were smart, I would have brought another chest with me. I was not so smart. And so I'm going to dump off some things that are just kind of cluttering my inventory right now. I forgot to try to gift that to Caroline. And I think I will hold on to these for the energy buff, in case I want to use them in the mines. And yeah, I'll be walking back past here if I want to make any more gifts for people that I come back to in the town. Let's say hi to Linus. I'm happy by myself, you know. Okay, I get the hint. Moving right along. So, the mines. Perhaps to no one's surprise, contain a bunch of rocks that you can break with your pickaxe. But eventually you'll find a ladder, which I'll probably end up calling a staircase half the time. But when you find ladders, you can descend deeper into the mines. At every 5 levels, you can unlock a mine elevator. Aha, our first enemy. It's a slime. And the rusty sword does not deal much damage. And combat in this game is pretty simplistic. It's mostly a matter of just kind of wailing on bad guys with your sword. There's a topaz, a somewhat rare gem. Here's some bugs that are easy to kill. And there's some crates that you can occasionally find in the mines, so that was a pretty lucky find. There's a bunch of more slimes over there, but for right now, I would just like to get deeper into the mines. So I'm going to try to ignore the slimes and hope that they ignore me back. It's probably not going to work out that way. It is possible when you kill an enemy for that to also reveal a staircase or a ladder downwards. But more often than not, I think I find myself finding them underneath rocks. Ah! I killed one and one appeared. Alright, so I will continue my descent. Quartz is lying around on the floor in the mines. It's pretty frequent, and it's useful to have a lot of them, because a lot of people like quartz. I'm also killing some bugs, because the bug meat will be a useful resource. But I see a way down to level 5. In the upper left, you can see what level I'm currently on. And that ding was the mine elevator. Deeper in the mine. Seems the mine elevator is still functional. It'll allow you to quickly return to any elevator doors you've discovered. A deeper expedition might be in order. And so our new goal is to reach level 40 of the mines. 40 is definitely not something that's going to happen today. So do I want to go for level 10, or do I want to go back into town and try to deal with some more folks? I'm not even sure that I've seen a copper ore vein yet. That's the other main reason to be down here right now. Although there's a whole lot of crates over here, so we're definitely going to go break these open, because we might find some good stuff in there. Alright, I just got a bunch of stuff, including some copper ore. And here's one more way down. I'll take one more quick look at this level of the mines. But there's a bunch of bad guys, and I could easily spend the whole day in here. And I have other things that I would like to do. So we got some carrot seeds. Plant them in the spring. Takes 3 days to grow. That's great. And some other resources, including cave carrots, which is another way that we could get some energy back while we're mining. But let's run over to the Adventurers Guild just to see what it's like in here. Proven adventurers only. I forget what the criteria is. Maybe you have to like kill a certain number of slimes or something before Marlin will accept us as an adventurer. So we'll do that on some future day. For now, I'm going to grab some daffodils, which will make some nice gifts for the townspeople, as well as some artifacts that I could deposit at the museum. And we also got basic retaining soil. This soil has a chance of staying watered overnight. Mix it into tilled soil. I don't know if I'll actually use that. It's kind of a pain in the neck to use, I find. So I might just end up selling it. Yeah. I don't typically plant so many crops that watering is particularly onerous. But let's go try to say hi to a new person and give a gift or two. So let's see, Caroline is someone I would like to continue gifting in the early game. There is Haley up there, and actually she'll appreciate this. For me? Thank you. I'm feeling an urge to go shopping. I wish there was a mall here. Since I've got some extra daffodils, I'm going to choose to gift them somewhat willy-nilly. Is there any chance that Caroline is at home? Shane is here, Abigail's here. And I currently don't have much extra money, so I don't think I'm going to spend much time here at Pierre's. Pretty sure Caroline's probably outside somewhere, but we'll take a look. So she and Pierre live over there, and their kitchen's over here. And there's also a place of worship that's inside this building that some of the local townspeople might use tomorrow. But I bet you Caroline is down here somewhere. Yeah. So she also likes topaz, I'm pretty sure. Such a thoughtful gift. And so she likes daffodils and topaz, I guess, pretty equally. And there's also a number of people who like quartz as a gift. So I'll keep that in mind. Jody, I don't remember offhand what Jody likes. So I'm going to choose not to give her a gift right now. Okay, we need to get over to... It's already too late to go to Clint's because he closes shop at 4 o'clock, which is about to happen, but the museum is open until 5, and so I can donate a couple more artifacts and perhaps get a reward. And here's the mayor. I was doing my nightly rounds, and I noticed your first parsnip was ready. Congratulations. Thanks. I think you like a flower? That's very nice of you, thanks. I'm not sure if he liked that or just kind of was okay with that. He calls that a normal gift. I'm pretty sure his birthday is tomorrow, and so I'm trying to remember something that he likes. He does not like quartz, I remember. But he probably likes topaz, so maybe I'll gift him that tomorrow if I remember to. Oh, but topaz is also something I need to gift to the museum. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think I'd prefer just to get some more things out of my inventory. I got a reward! But all of those are new things to gift to the museum. So let's check out our rewards. Oh, 9 cauliflower seeds. That's a very good reward. And we're getting it early enough that they'll have plenty of time to grow. Recall that the length of the season is 28 days. So, yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff I could plant, actually. And so that'll probably keep me busy on the farm for most of the rest of the day. I do have a quartz, and I know that Willie likes quartz, and since he's right here... This looks great, thank you. I will give him a gift. But yeah, at this point, I think it's time for me to head home. Here's Leah, the other person I wanted to talk to. It's nice to meet you. You picked a good time to move here. The spring is lovely. So Leah is an artist who lives in a house that we're just about to see. Just to the south of us over here. And so with that, I think the wizard is the only person left. And I think we're still blocked from meeting the wizard just yet. So now I have some more planting that I need to do. Let's also tear down a few more of these things on my way back to the main portion of the farm. Or at least the portion I'm using. And yeah, it'll probably use a good portion of my energy for the day. But let's get some more crops in the ground and get them watered. So I've got 9 cauliflower seeds. And you know what? I never use it, but let's try using this retaining soil to see if these ever stay watered. So I will do that. And then I also got some carrot seeds. Yeah, I got 2 carrot seeds. So I'll also plant some carrots. Oh, and I need to make a scarecrow because crows... Oops. I was going to get water, but I need a water bucket to get water. Crows can definitely start eating your crops before they grow, and so the scarecrow will help keep that from happening. So I want to plant my carrots. I want to water all these crops. And then I'll have to take a look at the recipe for a scarecrow, but we probably already have the ingredients on hand. A scarecrow takes wood, coal, and fiber. Do I have any coal? I do. Alright, and then wood and fiber I probably have plenty of to make a scarecrow. And that was something that was one of our journal thingies. And so I think if I put the scarecrow, I guess like here is probably a good spot. They have kind of a range and area of crops that they cover, and so that's probably close enough to cover all of these crops, I imagine. But that's an advancement. Alright, prevent crows from snacking on your precious crops. And we get 100 gold for finishing that. And then I still have 2 days to try to catch 4 herring if I want to make a little bit of extra money for Willy. Oh, and speaking of making extra money... yeah, I already got my fishing upgrade thingy, so now I actually want to sell almost all of these fish. I'm going to hold on to a few for reasons, but let me get most of these fish sold by tossing them in the shipping bin. Also, there's a button to organize, which kind of groups things together much more nicely. And I forgot, on the chests, you can change the color of chests, and so I'm going to make this chest blue, because blue is watercolor, and that makes me think fishing. So yeah, now I've got a blue chest and a normal default brown chest, and I'm already kind of tripping over the scarecrow where it's at right now. But we'll make a bunch of money selling all those fish. And are there any other things in our journal we should be working on right now? So introductions, I think the wizard is the only person we haven't met, if I'm remembering correctly. And craft a furnace. Did I get enough copper ore, and did I actually bring it back home? No, not nearly enough, even after the copper that I brought back with me. So we still can't craft a furnace. We still can't purchase a coop. And there's still many levels to go in the mines. So I think with the rest of the day, I want to do more foraging and farm cleanup with the energy I have remaining. So I will chop down kind of a tree. If I chop down like a tree every time I kind of pass by this area, that'll probably work in my favor. But I want to go visit this section of the farm over here, where there could be forageables, and sure enough I see a wild horseradish just over here. So let me make my way over to it. And I don't think I see any other forageables. Yes, I do. There's 2 leeks. Nice. This is an advantage of the forage farm, or the forest farm, which is that it comes with a little foraging area. And let's see, it's only 8:30, and I think there's more foraging area farther south in the farm. Let's go take a look down there as well. Anything to find? I don't think I'm seeing them. Lots and lots of rocks to mine down here. You may notice that when I mine items and they fall on the ground, I have to be very close to them to pick them up. At some point we'll get an accessory. I'm running out of energy here. Which basically gives us kind of extra magnetism in terms of objects coming towards us. So let's look forward to that, because that'll be very handy. But for now, let's stack away kind of most of the stuff that's in my inventory, just to get a sense of all of what I've managed to acquire at this point. We have a bunch of geodes that we could open at Clint's for various things, and so maybe I will plan on going by Clint's tomorrow morning. And we still have a bit of time. I don't have much energy, so what could I use for some energy? I could eat a number of things that I have in here. Yeah, I have a lot of spring onions. Let's eat like 4 spring onions and chop down a couple more trees if we can. It's not a ton of energy, but every little bit helps. And so I'll get to chopping. And we've got more crops to water, and so I'm going to fill up the watering can back to full, so I'll be ready for tomorrow. But I think that's a good place to call it a day. Let's pet the kitty cat and go to sleep for the night. We made 2,000 money for fishing. Hooray. All those fish paying off. Day 7 of spring. The spirits are very happy today. Alright, so good fortune. Queen of Sauce. So this is a program that shows up on the TV sometimes. It teaches you recipes. It is I, the Queen of Sauce. This week's dish, stir fry. And you don't have to read the flavor text that's here. It's just something that we've learned how to make. And so if we ever get a kitchen, or there's some other places that you could do some cooking as well, then we'll be able to cook that provided we have the requisite ingredients. So, fishing is doing great. All my other skills could use a lot of work. So we better start working on them. Someone has sent us a mail. I see you've been exploring the old mine. You've got the adventurer's spirit. That much I can tell. If you can slay 10 slimes, you'll have earned your place in the Adventurers Guild. Be careful, says Marlin. Okay, so that could be one of our goals. And I think this kale might be ready. It's harvested with the scythe. Blah. And there's also a tulip here, which I'm just going to go ahead and pick. Tulip, I think, is a favorite flower of Evelyn, if I'm remembering correctly. But for now, I think I'm going to store these away. And let's see, in terms of gifting people, Sunday is the start of a week. And so you can only give people 2 gifts during a week. But I gave Caroline a couple of gifts last week, and I could start giving her some more. And so I think I will grab a couple of daffodils. Although I'm going to need 1 for the community center, so I think I'll just grab 1 for now. As a plan for gifting. Oh, I need to water the crops. It's a farming game. That's what you do. This will take a little while. Oh, and there's a parsnip. I don't have another seed handy, so I should definitely buy a few more seeds, since I've got some tilled soil here. And the retaining soil actually did stay watered, so there's a few cauliflower here that I don't have to water. That's nice. But yeah, I have at least 3 slots here that I could get some more seeds going. The rice kind of water themselves, being near the water. And it was a potato that I harvested. Nice. Okay, I'm going to put the potato back for now as well. We'll definitely at some point be selling most of the crops, but occasionally we will need them for other people's requests. Or for the community center, etc. So I tend to hold on to at least 1 of every unique type of thing in the game, and chests. I also just like to be a hoarder in general. Looking for someone to bring me 5 coals to aid in the understanding of local minerals. And that's worth 300. That's more than Lily was going to pay me for his quest. And so I think I am going to take Clint up on this and try to get that done. It's a good luck day, so I am going to go rooting through some trash bins, but then we'll head up to the mines. And I do have these geodes. Clint's will open in another 30 seconds or so. And so I'll hit up a couple more trash bins, and we'll try to crack open these geodes, and then we might get some more artifacts out of them that we could bring to... Soggy newspaper. This is trash. That we could bring to the museum. Alright, so Clint's will be opening. Let's bring in our geodes. And I've got the money to pay Clint to break them open. That's a new artifact. Or mineral. I guess both count. Oh, I got a duplicate. That's unlucky. Got some clay. That'll be necessary for building certain upgrades with Robin. But here are some new minerals. Ah, I got another duplicate. That's unlucky. Okay. So the extra minerals like limestone that we get after donating one to the museum will mostly just be used for selling, because they are worth a little bit of money. We ship them in the bin, and we get another reward. What's our reward this time? 9 melon seeds to plant in the summer. Okay. Those can be held on to for a long time in the future. And I am carrying the daffodil still, and I want to try to give a gift to Caroline. So it's early enough in the day that she's probably still at home. We'll say hi to Alex. What, you want to talk to me? I'm busy. Everybody is so cold to you at the beginning of the game. Alright, Caroline. You're probably hiding in here, and I can't go in here yet because I'm not good enough friends with Pierre or Caroline to enter the bedroom. On Sunday, Caroline and Abigail like to hang out in that room. Maybe I can catch her later in the day. Okay, but let's head up to the mines. I have a bit of inventory that I don't want to be carrying right now, and once again I forgot to try to make an extra chest to bring up to leave near the mines. But fortunately there's a chest with fishing stuff that I left over here, so we'll drop off a little bit of inventory that I don't need to be carrying at the moment, and then try to delve deeper and find all that coal that Clint wanted, as well as kill some slimes that Marlin wanted, in order to advance those quest lines. I'll be getting coal in the mines, I'm sure. So I'm just going to drop off this stuff. I prefer to keep my tools on the bar once I have this much inventory space, even though I could drop some of them off that aren't going to be useful to me while I'm in the mines. But let's see how deep we can go. We can take the mine elevator back to level 5 and continue from there. Every 5 levels you'll get a new mine elevator unlocked, so you can kind of make continual progress in your descent, even though you might start on different days. It would be a shame if you had to start at 4-0 every single time. Alright, there's a way down, and I'm going to take it. Moving downwards is usually the most valuable thing. There will be plenty of slimes to kill on future floors. But the downward ladders are kind of the most valuable thing, and here's another one, so I'm going to take it again. I also appreciate the fact, here's some copper ore, that there's so many different music tracks throughout the game. And this is one that I particularly like, in the mines. There's some amethyst here. I've got some ideas to sleep on, so that suggests that I just leveled up my mining up to level 1. That is good. Trying to work on other skills. But where is the staircase down? I found a geode, breaking open that stone. Oh, staircases, where art thou? There's a box over here that might have something good in it. A lot of the boxes are empty, though. That one had some stone. Nice. I even got some green algae from killing that slime. And I've been killing some slimes. It will tell us on here that I have 5 of 10 green slimes defeated. So I just need to kill 5 more to be accepted in the Adventurers Guild. So I appreciate the way the journal updates. There is a floor down, but there's also 2 slimes that there was just one, I'd probably just take the floor down already, but since there were two here... And this is one of my goals. Figured I would do it. And also I see a crate. And the possibility of riches calls to me. Alright, I should notice that the slimes hurt me, and my health has gone down a tiny bit. Until you get to some fearsome enemies, most of the bad guys in the mines, health is not usually an issue, but if you run out of health, you will get knocked out. And getting knocked out in the mines is bad, because you not only can lose some money, but you can also lose some of the items that are in your inventory. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. For now, I've got plenty of health. So I'm not too worried. Hey, more carrot seeds. Very nice. My energy is starting to get a little bit low. Oh boy. Some of the slimes will apply a debuff to you that causes you to have less movement speed. And so fortunately I've been pretty lucky and that's rarely happened thus far. There's another way down. I'm gonna take it because we made it to level 10. It's another mine elevator, and every 10 levels you get something. You received a femur. Oh wow, an old heavy bone caked in centuries of grime. I can wield it as a club to deal damage. That is a big upgrade to the rusty sword, I believe, which only dealt 2 to 5 damage, 6 to 11. It's a little bit slower to swing, but it has a special attack where you bash the earth by right-clicking, and it can hit like all nearby enemies. I don't think I've ever actually wielded this weapon before. So that is pretty cool. Alright. Boom. Oh! That looked like a rock, but it's actually an enemy. Also, here comes a new enemy. It's a flying bug. Alright, and I'm still learning how to use the femur, and now not doing all that great. So, is there like a charge? Oh boy. Alright, here's a new enemy. I think it might be called the Dougie, I forget. This little guy. But it'll try to come up from underneath your feet. These are not the slimes that I was out to kill. Nevertheless, here we are. Do I have anything I can eat right now? I have green algae, which will give me a little bit of energy and a little bit of health. And I could actually use some of both. We can always exit the mines just by climbing the ladder. If you climb the ladder back up, it automatically brings you back up to the top. So we don't have to worry about kind of exiting the mines at any time, really. So if I get myself in too much trouble... Hey! New journal entry. Journal updated. I'm going to take a quick peek down here. Didn't see anything amazing, so I'm going to leave the mines. And we've successfully dispatched 10 slimes. Now you can enter the Adventurers Guild. Let's go do it. So, it is right over here. And it's open in the afternoon until late at night. Gil, wake up, we have a visitor. Alright, and so you can purchase various weapons and things here. The femur would have been worth 300. I'm going to sell the rusty sword since I don't need it anymore. And I could buy boots for a little bit of protection. I tend rarely to buy anything from this shop. But there's also monster eradication goals. All the enemies, actually not all the enemies, but many of the enemies in the game show up here. And if you kill bazillions of them, like 1,000 slimes, there are various rewards from Gil, who sits over here. Come back to show me. Come back when you've got something to show me, kid. So this is the Adventurers Guild. It's mostly a place to kind of like sell loot and or purchase other upgrades and occasionally get little bonuses. And just because we have the time, if I go over here, there's a bridge out over here that eventually we'll be able to restore. But for the moment, that's as far to the northeast as I can go. Alright, so we made some progress in mining and started some progress in combat. But now let's head back through town. Here's some more people to talk to. Good to take a break from work every now and then. I hope Demetrius doesn't blow the house up with those science experiments of his. Not even sure what he's working on. I think it has something to do with plants. Guess that's kind of difficult when you live on a farm, though. I forget that most people will have two things to say, so I should talk to them twice. So, inventory. How much inventory space do I have left? Oh, I got a cherry bomb at some point. makes a small explosion. I will leave it up here because if I want to use it, I'll be using it at the mines. But let's go ahead and find some things to bring back in a homeward direction. These can now just get attached to my fishing rod for whenever I need them. When we killed the crab monster in the mines or whatever, it gave us a crab fish. And yeah, I'm pretty okay leaving most of this stuff back here. I've got mixed seeds. Right, I wanted to get some more seeds that I could plant. But now it's too late, but I probably have some mixed seeds at home as well. Mixed seeds can just kind of grow into most anything. Or at least some set of random things specific to the season that you're in. So I'll try to plant a few more of those at home. I did have a daffodil on me, and so if I do see Caroline out in the world... Aha! I'll give it to her. Today I'm just going to relax and think positively. Do you ever take a day off? Not really. This game is always asking me to do a million things at once. How much coal did I find? I found 1 of 5 coal, so tomorrow we would have to go back to the mines to work on it more. Or I could go back to the mines now and work on it more. What do I want to do with the rest of my day? Well, I did want to plant some seeds. And there's always more cleanup on the farm, and I'm already low on health and energy. So I think trying to do too much more in the mines might not be smart. And I think I still don't have enough copper to make a furnace quite yet. But let's see what kind of mixed seeds we have. And we'll try to do a little bit more inventory management, which is always going to be a constant problem. Okay, oh, I've got 14 mixed seeds. Okay, the summer seeds I'm just going to store back in here. And some more carrot seeds. Yeah, let's go nuts and try to plant all these seeds. So I'll plant some carrots here. And plant a mixed seed here, and then I still have 13 more, okay. And I want to keep things near the scarecrow, ideally. Using the hoe is still going to use most of my energy. So there's 6 things, and I guess I need to use the scythe to get rid of this if I want to keep moving in this direction. Yeah, it still takes a lot of energy to till the ground. But I think I have enough room to plant all of these now. And do I have enough energy to actually get them watered? It's going to be more of a tax each day, as I need to water all the crops each day, unless it rains. But farming is an important skill to level up. Eventually you will get access to sprinklers, which will make it easier to maintain all of our crops. And the quartz inventory space is still kind of limited. I got some more geodes. I guess I'll put this with the fish, since it kind of is that. Gemite is a material, a mineral that we can just sell. Occurs in brilliant clusters, since we've already donated one to the museum. And I believe I have the recipe to craft field snacks, which are made out of each of these seeds. Yeah, 1 acorn, 1 maple seed, and 1 pine cone. So I can make a couple of those and eat them, and that'll give me some more energy, which I can use to chop some more trees and possibly forage a few more things on the farm. So I think that's how we'll finish out this day. And I'm still choosing to leave the stumps because I just mostly want the major wood that we get from the tree. The stumps are not worth all that much wood. Oops. Would help if I swung in the correct direction. And I kept on chopping this one and got its stump, even though I said I wasn't going to do that, because I just wasn't paying enough attention. And what's also, hey, here is some wiggle worms. Oh, coal! And you can see in the upper right, 3 of 5. It's reminding us of the current quest that we have to get 5 coal to Clint's. So that was a lucky find. Any forageables over here? I don't see any right now. And this is probably the last tree that I can afford to chop down because I'm feeling exhausted. You know how it is. Alright. It's still kind of early in the day. I guess I could craft one more field snack and chop down a little bit more. Just to feel like I'm making the most of all of my time. So, actually I could probably do 2. So I'll make 2 more field snacks. Eat those guys. And chop a few more trees before the day ends. As a reminder, we have to be in bed by 2 a.m. And so let's get some of the trees down at the south end of the farm. So let's see. I guess this will be the last day of this particular episode. And yeah, we still haven't had a cutscene with the community center yet. So maybe that happens tomorrow. So we can look forward to that, because that'll be kind of our first long-term goal. And it will have many kind of sub-goals along the way. And it's one of the things that makes this game so interesting. And also with the remixed bundles that I've chosen in this game's initial setup, I'm not sure what all the bundles we're going to need in the community center. So it'll be interesting to see them and find out. Okay, but at this point I'm basically out of energy. We spent some of the extra time a day. I feel good about what I've done. How am I doing in terms of level ups? Foraging is up to level 2 right now. And combat, I thought we had some things to sleep on in the mines. Maybe it was from mining and not combat. And I was misremembering. And I forgot to show it before. In here, achievements. We got an achievement last time for catching 10 different fish. All the achievements eventually will show up in here as we get them. I'm definitely going to need another chest, so while I'm thinking of it, let's craft at least 1 more. And I might end up carrying it around with me tomorrow, because I'd like to leave one at the mines, because that's another place that we might collect a lot of equipment throughout the day. And for just kind of general things to eat, let's also leave some cave carrots in my inventory, so that I will have them in case I need some energy throughout the day. But with that, it's getting late, so I'm going to go to sleep for the night and say, hey, level up. Level 1 mining. We can craft cherry bombs now. I'm going to say that I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Stardew Valley. For now, bye-bye.